Today we're here for the Indigenous Leadership Summit, where we have many different districts coming from around the province coming to represent their personal Indigenous views and perspectives. And these come from anyone from First Nations to Métis and potentially even Indians.
Kind of here to get a bunch of Indigenous youth together from all over and just kind of talk about what we can do to kind of change and grow and better understand like Indigenous cultures in schools and society.
We're courageous people. We're brave people.
The purpose of today's event is to have these meaningful discussions about these topics like anti-Indigenous racism, culture in schools, and the mental health and well-being of Indigenous people, so that we can really get to the crux of these issues that our governments are having such issues solving, especially within the younger people.
The world wants us between our roots, our language, our food, our ceremonies, our drum songs, our laws.
Student voice is important because it allows the youth to have a say in what they're learning, and by allowing our students to have a say in what they're learning, we can help to preserve First Nations cultures and teachings.
I think that student Indigenous voices are important so the kids who are now experiencing and learning more about who they are share their opinions and thoughts with this new decade and century.
Why is it important to hear your voice? Why is that important in your school?
I personally find it really valuable to talk to other students from other districts and schools so that I can get these perspectives that I otherwise wouldn't have that are so unique to these different areas.
We're able to hear the different stories and experiences that Indigenous people have from around BC, and we're given the opportunity to create a plan of action and solutions for the problems that we're discussing today.
I've met a lot of different types of Indigenous cultures just from being here today. There's so many different kinds of people, and I think it's important because we can also discuss other people's worldviews.
We all bring something different to the tables. We all kind of see things differently, and we all can see where anyone else is coming from. It's like a spectrum, you know, some people, they grew up on a reservation, they know their culture, they had guidance and elders and all those people, and they know who they are. And then there are some like me, you know, only really I have my teachers to kind of show me that culture. So I think that like bringing all these kids together, it just kind of helps that loneliness, it helps bring that inclusivity.
Some hopes and dreams for myself as an Indigenous student would be that of not only cultural retribution for our past ancestors and people, but also so that we can see more representation in every field. Personally, I want to go into mathematics and physics and be a Métis representative of those people who are going into these fields where there might be even less than in places like mental health and harm reduction.
How can you help? That's a question you need to ask yourself. Everyone has a different set of skills, everyone has a different set of abilities, and everyone has different levels.
My hopes for like better Indigenous education in the future is just simply education, learning more about who we are while also getting closer to the cultures that we might not already be close to.
Putting more accuracy to our already existing First Peoples courses to have more counselors in schools.
My ultimate dream is to end the cycle, and ending the cycle could be ending the cycle of dropouts, ending the cycle of racism, and most importantly, ending the cycle of intergenerational trauma.